Hi everyone! Today we're going to work on telling time to the nearest hour and the nearest half hour. If you need a good refresher on how to do that, there are some really awesome videos on YouTube. All you need to type is telling time and they'll pop up and they'll tell you to the nearest hour, half hour, and 30 minutes, and we'll practice those skills while we do the worksheet. But if you want to refresh your lesson, check out on YouTube. So this is the worksheet we're going to do today. This is something that I mailed you. We're going to do time to the hour. So we're going to put our name at the top of the page first, and then we're going to read the instructions. Read the question, find the answer, place the time on the clock. So here's the question. We're going to find the answer. We have two choices. We're going to write or type the time onto the clock here. And we're going to do just a couple of these together so our lesson doesn't get too long, and I'd like you to finish on your own. So we'll do the first two, and then we'll do to the nearest half hour. All right, let's read the question. This morning, my sister listened to a podcast. What time did she start listening to the podcast? So we're going to find the answer by looking at the clock. First, we're going to look for the shorthand because the shorthand on the clock points to the hour. What number is this pointing to? That's right, 10. Then we're going to find the longhand, and that tells us the minutes. And when you go around the clock, we count by 5. So up here we start at 0. So for the nearest hour, it would be 10 o'clock. But when we skip count, we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we'll practice that again when we do to the nearest half hour and the nearest quarter hour. But for today, all of our times are going to be to the hour. So we know it's 10 o'clock, and those are our two options. We have 7 and 10, and the answer is 10. O'clock. And we can write or type that in over here. 10 o'clock a.m. All right, let's do the next one. This afternoon, a city had a car parade. What time did the car parade start? What hand are we going to look at first? The shorthand. The shorthand goes to the nearest hour. So 2 o'clock, and the longhand is on 12, so we know that's 0 minutes. 2 o'clock. So the car parade is at 2 o'clock p.m. All right, we'll do one more, and then we'll practice time to the nearest half hour. This morning, school leaders planned an online graduation ceremony. What time did they start planning this ceremony? Oh, hey, we're planning an online graduation ceremony. All right, what number is the shorthand pointing to? That's right, 8. And we know the longhand is on the 12, which means 0 for the minutes. 8 o'clock. They started planning at 8 o'clock a.m. All right, see if you can do the next two on your own, because we're going to skip over to time to the nearest half hour. Okay, here's our time to the nearest half hour sheet. So we were doing to the nearest hour before, so we knew our minutes were always 2 zeros. This time we're doing to the nearest half hour, and an hour is 60 minutes, and half of 60 is 30. But we'll show you how to skip count around the clock to see the minutes. We're going to do the same thing on this page as we did on the other. We'll write our name at the top to start. We'll read the directions, read the question, find the answer, place the time on the clock. And then we'll practice skip counting so we can see how we get to the nearest half hour. So let's read the question first. This afternoon, I had a video call with my class. What time did the video call start? All right, let's look at our shorthand. Now we can see it's not pointing right at a number. It's in between the 1 and the 2 because because it's right in the middle of those 2 hours. So we know we're going to the half hour this time. We're going to practice skip counting around the clock. Remember, the 12 is 0 minutes. And we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The long hand is pointing at 6, and we are halfway through the hour. Again, if you need a refresher on how to do this, there are some great videos on YouTube that use color to show that half of the hour is taken that also help you practice skip counting. So we're between 1 and 2, so we know that it is 1:30. And look at that, we have a video meeting with our class at 1:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's do 2 more together, and then I'll let you finish on your own. This morning, a teacher wrote notes to give to seniors. What time did the teacher start writing the notes? First, we'll look at the shorthand, and it's between the 7 and the 8, and the long hand is on the 6, so we know that it is 7:30. 7:30, and I didn't mark AM. AM means morning, and if it's afternoon, we'll put PM. All right, we'll do one more. We'll try to do this one together. This afternoon, my brother talked to our parents about plans after he graduates. What time did they start talking about plans? Which hand do we look at first? That's right, the shorthand. And the shorthand is between the 4 and the 5. So we know that it is going to be 4. The long hand is on the 6. And remember, with skip counting, that's half of the hour or 30 minutes. So what time did they start planning? That's right, at 4:30. And it was afternoon. And when we're afternoon, we say PM. Great work, everyone. I'd like you to try finishing those worksheets on your own and let me know how you did. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.